Hey everybody, this is Bo with Music in Minnesota, and we are on the phone with Matt Hires.
Hey, you got a restless heart, beat it out on your sleeve.
You've got a new album coming out called American Wilderness, right?
I do, yeah.
And that's available October 14th, and your show happens to be October 14th coming into Minneapolis at 7th Street Entry. So it's kind of like your CD release show, right?
It is, yeah. It just sort of worked out that way. I'm glad it did because, Minneapolis is one of my favorite cities to play, so I'm glad it worked out where I can be there on the day that my album releases.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you prepared for the cold weather?
I hope so. What's it like up there now? Is it already getting pretty cold?
It's jacket and pants weather. It's definitely
Okay.
not. Will you be coming from Florida or Nashville?
From Nashville. So I'm back in Nashville right now. We did the first half of the tour, which was like 2 weeks long. We started in Florida, which was super hot, and kind of made our way out west and stuff, and then back around through Denver and stuff, and we have a few days off in Nashville now, and then we're heading back out 2 days.
Has living in Nashville, has that helped you as an artist to broaden your circle of musical friends?
Yeah, sort of one of the reasons why we decided to move up here was because a lot of my other musician friends and some of our close friends had moved up here also, and I had a lot of friends up here already. So when I did move up here, I had a good community of other songwriter friends that I sort of got plugged into, and we started up this thing pretty much right away called Scotch and Songs, where about 5 or 6 of us would get together every other week and share a bottle of scotch or bourbon and play new songs that we've been working on, and we sort of used it to try new stuff out and encourage each other in our writing, and it was really good, and definitely it played a big part in the collection of songs that sort of came together for my new record.
I kind of read on your Facebook that it touches a little bit on the struggle of faith or seeking to find answers, kind of thing. Is that kind of what you're going after with this, or at least couple of the songs?
Yeah, it sort of ended up playing a big part in the new record. I didn't really intend it to be that way, but sort of as the songs came together, a big part of it ended up being kind of a wrestling with faith and my ideas about it, and so my dad was a pastor, and I was raised in a conservative evangelical Southern church, and as I've grown older, I've sort of parted ways with a lot of that kind of thinking, while not really parting ways with certain thoughts I have about God and spirituality and stuff like that. And so when we moved up to Nashville, it was I guess the first time in my life where my wife and I we didn't go to church for a whole year, and I felt like it ended up being a really good thing. We were able to sort of look at the organization of the church and stuff from the outside, and figure out where, just started to develop our own thoughts on things, and a lot of that just made its way into the album. It's kind of a lot of it is about wrestling with faith and culture and identity in America and stuff like that. It was scary for me to do, but the more the record is starting to get out there and people are hearing it, it's kind of cool to see how much it is resonating with people. Being independent and moving to a new place, and just a combination of things sort of made me want to write songs in a way that was more, I don't know if more honest is the right term, because I don't think my old songs are dishonest in any way, but to kind of dig to new levels of honesty and openness and vulnerability in my songs, because I feel like when you dig into those things, although it seems like you're writing about something that's very specific, just to you,
Sure.
Those always end up being the things that resonate a lot with other people, which is very an interesting thing about songwriting.
Yeah. So can I ask you where you are currently on your journey of enlightenment?
Oh man, that's a tough question. I mean, I would maybe I still identify definitely as like a Christian. It's hard for me to, I like, you could hear how hard for me it is to say that, because there's so many of the population of this country that would align themselves with that word. I don't really align myself with that way of thinking, but I don't know, there's something about Jesus that I find really compelling, and so right now I guess I'm something of a Christ-centered humanist or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I think so. Those who are looking to listen to Matt Hires, he will be here in Minneapolis on October 14th. His new album, American Wilderness, will be available at the show, 7th Street entry, and you can buy tickets and RSVP at matthires.com/tour.
Thanks so much, Bo. Hey, this is Matt Hires, and you're listening to musicinminnesota.com.